Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. It's probably been about 2 months since I last made a video. Reason being, just really not really had anything to make a video on. I've not been buying any games. I went through the whole January without buying a single video game, which is very rare for me. But yeah, we're in February now. I've bought a few games, so there will be a pickup video coming within the next week or so probably. I think I just need one more game, and I think I'll have enough to make a video. But yeah, it's going to be games I recently completed. So we've got here 4 PlayStation 4 games and a single PS2 game. And one of the PS4 games is not technically a PS4 game, but we'll get to that. A couple of games I've given up on, so I might start adding that to these videos, games I give up on, because sometimes I just give up on games because I'm not really that into them. I play them for a couple of hours or something, and they don't click with me. I usually just don't talk about them or anything, so I might add them on at the end. So you might be able to tell as well, maybe I've got some new glasses as well. That's like one of my big pickups of the year. I needed a little change in prescription. Nothing too drastic. I think the main reason is really just because my current lenses are they were kind of fading, with age. I've had these for 6 or 7 years, and these are a mess. Let's have a look at these. Look, you can probably tell that they're all discoloured and things. You see as well they're missing one of the nose things. It's not even just the screw came out, the whole bit of the plastic connector thing fell out. They're just falling a bit, so I don't know if I can do that. But they're all I don't know, they're all scratched anyway. They're scratched to flip. They're really, really messy. So yeah, it's I definitely need a change. So it took me about over a week to get used to these. I know they do take a little bit to get used to new glasses and things, but I spent maybe a couple of days, but yeah, it was over a week, a week and 2 days. It took me a little bit to get used to. I just felt a little bit a little bit lightheaded and stuff. I felt like I had a lot of drink or something. But yeah, I've adjusted them perfectly now. They're absolutely fine. And yeah, just having a good time with them. Are a lot tighter as well because these are really bloody loose because they've just been battered. Let's be honest, everywhere they went, they got battered. I was bumping them and stuff, so. Yeah, I'm definitely happy with these. They're a little bit bigger. I do think I prefer the size of these because these are smaller than these. To a little bit getting used to these are slightly bigger, but now I'm getting used to them. I like them. They're quite cheap. They're not expensive or anything. Really, really cheap. So but anyway, guys, yeah, let's get on with the video, shall we? Let's bloody stop messing around talking about bloody glasses, of all things. Right. So yeah, we'll get on to the PS4 game that's not technically a PS4 game, and that is Aladdin on this Disney Classic Games Collection thing. So yeah, Aladdin, that's your middle column there. If you can even see that because of the bad lighting in this room. Yeah, finally beat Aladdin, legit. It took me about 5 runs to actually finally beat the game, and I was determined to beat it. I did say I wasn't going to use save states or you can use a rewind feature. I wasn't going to do that. I always wanted to beat beat Aladdin legit. And it's not like a long game. You can probably beat in 50 minutes. If you know what you're doing, maybe even shorter than that. It's quite a short game. Starts off relatively easy. The marketplace, the desert, and back to the market. They're actually quite they're not too difficult. You can actually zoom through them once you beat them a few times. The dungeon level's kind of annoying because of the stupid bats that fly around all over the place. I hate those bats with a passion. Probably the worst enemy in the game with the bats. The cave was annoying. The escape in the cave was annoying. The bit when you're in the magic carpet going up and down trying to avoid rocks and lava and things, that was actually okay. I actually thought that was going to be more difficult than it actually was. It was pretty straightforward actually. That was quite fun. Visually and that was very, very nice to look at. Next was the palace, I think. No, it was the genie's inside the genie's bottle lamp bottle. Yeah, inside the genie's lamp. That was kind of annoying. I don't know. It was just really weird. You had to jump on these balloon things and jump from balloon to balloon, and sometimes there's no platform below. So if you fall off the balloon, you'll go straight down and die. So I didn't like that. That was bloody annoying. I was kind of holding on a little bit in the end. Trying to get through that. After that, you get to the palace. It wasn't too bad. and then you get to the final level, which is the palace as well, but it's like Jafar's like palace, I guess. I don't know, Jafar's lair, and yeah, you can actually like. I'm so bloody glad like I realised that you can actually like I don't know like scum the level, I guess you could say. You can just basically like get a continue because you get like gems in the game. Like if you get like 10 gems, you can actually buy a continue off like the merchant. And in that level, you can actually rack up like 10 gems, and then just keep buying a continue. So if you basically die and like lose all your progress and go back to the beginning of the level, you can just keep you can just go up to that point and build up like build up gems basically, and just keep buying a continue. You can always have one continue as long as you get up to the merchant and have like 10 gems. So you can like scum it in that way. So that's great because Jafar was a pain in the arse. Like Jafar fight was really hard. I thought. Not too bad at first, but it turns into the snake. It's really hard because I keep running out of apples. You have to like jump from platform to platform to get the apples, and there's like fire all over the place. And every time you land on the bit with the apples, basically fire comes up, so you have to like jump off extremely quick. And then there's fire at the bottom platforms as well. It's just an absolute nightmare. Died, got a game over from Jafar about 4 times. So luckily again, you can scum the merchant in that way and just buy a continue every run basically. So I really like that. That's thank God for that basically. Or it would have taken me many, many more like runs to beat that game. But I beat Aladdin, really like it. I really like the music. I like the visuals. The gameplay's it's okay. I do feel like sometimes you swing the sword, and sometimes I feel like I should be hitting somebody, but I end up taking a hit instead. Especially with the bats. I hate the bats. They're annoying because they zoom around like they're too bloody hard to hit. Like annoying. But yeah, a good game, a good solid, what 7 out of 10 game probably. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna beat the Lion King legit. I've tried. I can't beat it. Like I could easily beat the game with save states and rewind feature, but I just don't feel any satisfaction from that. So I just think I'm not going to beat the Lion King. So I feel like the Jungle Book's the easiest one, and then Aladdin's like the middle difficulty, and Lion King's like hard mode basically. For me anyway. Next one was Injustice 2. I've just noticed it's really dark outside, really light that side. Really weird lighting. It's kind of like a miserable day, I'll be honest. Yeah, Injustice 2. So yeah, I played through this, beat the story mode. Like the story mode was like pretty fun. Like got me into like the characters. Like I knew like some of the characters like Batman, Superman, and like Supergirl, Wonder Woman, like Black Adam. I know about these characters. But like some people like Green Arrow, and I didn't really know much about them, and like Black Canary, Cheetah, characters. I didn't really know much about them. So I've got to say I'm a big fan of Green Arrow. I just think he was really funny. I just think the guy's full of banter, and like he's like fighting like Catwoman. He's on about something bringing like cat spray. Was it something? It was some weird spray or something he was gonna bring or something. It was kind of funny. But yeah, I really like it. I really like the characters in the story mode. For me, the gameplay, I'm just not that into the gameplay. Like I've played it on normal, it wasn't like too difficult or anything. I just can't really get to grips with like the combos in this game, and that puts me off. I feel like if you can get combos in that in this game, you'll probably have a good time, like really satisfying combat. But for me, I just struggle to do the combat. Like again, I'm more Tekken, Soul Calibur kind of player, Dead or Alive, Virtua Fighter, that kind of thing. I just struggled to do combos, and the fact that I was struggling to do combos kind of like lessened like my enjoyment of the game. Just a shame because great selection of characters. Lots of customization you can do with the characters as well. You unlock like boxes, open boxes, and you get like different loot and things, which is cool because you always like customize your character with different stuff, different like stats, which I really, really like. But I don't know, the combat it's not for me. It's just not something I'm like in a hurry to go back to. In my opinion, like say, I can see the appeal, but I'm just not good at it. I'm terrible at the game. Like I'll be honest, I just had to keep doing basic combos, and it didn't feel satisfying for me. Next one is this one, Hades. Absolutely freaking love Hades. Love it. I never thought I would like this game. I thought this was going to be one of these games. It's going to be too hard for me. I'm going to get really annoyed. and just give up with the game. But no, I freaking love Hades. Hades is a great game, like so damn good, like a roguelike action game. But so you go through the levels and that, and if you die, you lose all your abilities you've gained up to that point. But the thing about Hades is you get like the shadow points, and if you die, you don't lose your shadow points. So you can use your shadow points to basically upgrade your character. So you can like buy like things like Death Defiance. So you get like if you die, you get like an extra like half a life kind of thing, and keep going. So you can get like 3 of those once you buy enough of them with the shadow points, and they'll always be with you. So I really like that aspect of the game. It means that dying, even though you die and you lose all your basically your lightning abilities or your ones you get from like Poseidon and things, you lose all of them, but you still get your shadow points and you can still level up your character. So you do feel like you're getting stronger and stronger every single time. And yeah, I just like the progression in this game. Characters are all likable. I love Zagreus. He's a great character. He's just a very likable dude. Like it's why he calls people mate all the time. Hey mate, I appreciate it, mate. And it's just a very like well spoken, likable character. What can I say? Hades, I like Hades. Like I don't know, like he's a bit of a douchebag, Hades, but I still like him. Great character. I love your 3-headed dog. Cerberus is great. I love all the characters you meet. Zeus, like the hunter girls, Artemis, Athena. You meet Athena. You meet Death. Skelly is a great character. He's a bit of a lad, is Skelly. Just like all the characters, they're all really, really likable. Aphrodite. Yeah, I really like them. Very, very good. Like, love the voice acting. The voice acting's great. Like, I love the dialogue. I love listening to the dialogue. It's amazing. So, yeah, Hades. Absolutely love it. It took me until I think it was my 28th attempt to actually finally escape from hell. So, yeah, it took me quite a while. But to be honest, I actually thought it would take me longer than that. I think I died at Hades. Like, I consistently got to Hades, and I died at him like 6 or 7 times because he's pretty damn tough. And now I can beat him quite easily now. Just once you get used to like the enemy's attack patterns, the game's not too difficult, or it's a fair challenge. I feel like it definitely gets easier the more you play it. But yeah, I love Hades. Hades is amazing. Like I love this game to death. I'm on my like 6th to 8th attempt in this game now, because even though I've got out of hell and stuff, I've got like the main ending kind of thing. I still keep playing it. Like I still have a run with this game like almost every day. It takes like what 40 to 50 minutes. It's you can breeze through it. And I'm just really enjoying this game. I might go for the platinum trophy. I don't think it's going to be too difficult. It's just going to be a bit time consuming. But yeah, I love Hades. And that song, In the Blood, absolutely love that song. It's amazing. When that played during the credits, oh my god. Got chills. It was amazing. Next one was the first. Yeah, I think this was the first game I actually beat this year. Tales of Berseria. With that cracked case. I'm going to be swapping that. But I'll get to that in a moment. So yeah, my third Tales game I've played. I played through Tales of Grace of Death and I quite liked it. Played Tales of Zestiria. Very bored. I couldn't get into that game. I think this takes place before Tales of Zestiria. I believe on like the timeline thing. I'm sure somebody told me that. But yeah, I really like this game as well. I played. How long did I put into this game? 60 hours, 61 hours maybe. I can probably beat it like sooner, but I did do a lot of grinding things. I just thought it was quite fun, just grinding all those enemies. I do feel like this game does have like the same like negatives I have with Tales of Grace Death. There's a lot of dialogue, and there is quite a lot of backtracking. You go through the same go back to the same areas quite a lot, and yeah, that does happen. Quite often. Like I just prefer games where they like introduce like new areas and things rather than have to go back to previous areas. I don't mind it in like horror games and things, but not in like RPGs. I do think that gets a little bit like boring. But yeah, I do like the gameplay. The gameplay is a lot of fun. The characters are very likable. Really like the characters in this game. Story for me was okay. It kind of like got my interest, But I kind of like towards the end, I was kind of like, what the hell's going on? It kind of lost me, but I still wanted to see obviously what was going to happen. Like I said, I like the characters. Velvet was great. I absolutely love Velvet. Badass female character. It changed a lot because she's very, very like sweet and innocent at the beginning of the game, but then she turns into a badass and things as the game goes on, due to something happening in her life. So yeah, like got Lafazette, you've got my favourite Magaloo. I still love Magaloo. Magaloo's great. She's very likable. She's just very, and it's just a very fun character to be around. Eisen was very good, like a pirate. He's like a curse. Every time he flips a coin, it always lands at the same thing. So he's cursed. Rokuro was probably my least favourite character, but I still liked him. I just didn't think he had as much to him. Eleanor was very likable as well. I wasn't really sure about her at first, but she grew on me. Eleanor's really, really cool. She could move like a spear. But yeah, I think this game was pretty good. Again, I'd probably give this like a solid like 7 out of 10. I just wished there was less backtrack and maybe a little bit less dialogue at times because it was a little bit overkill. But I did enjoy the gameplay. I loved the environments for the majority of the time, and like I say, like the characters, and the story was okay. Just a little bit confusing for me. I didn't rate Hades. Injustice 2, I'll give this one a 6 just because I'm not good at the game. Hades is probably like an 8. 8 or 9. Probably an 8. But I still love Hades. So, and the last game is the PS2 game, and that was Grand Theft Auto 3. Yes, finally, this game that's bloody like eluded me for my whole life. I finally beaten this game legit as well. So I actually made a video on this like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago. It's been a while. Basically, that was my last attempt trying to like play for this game. I gave up on the game just because I was getting really frustrated, getting lost in the game. The game was bloody rock solid. It didn't feel like it aged very well. So yeah, I ended up giving up like halfway through. And yeah, now I've finally beaten Grand Theft Auto 3. And I've got to say, I really think it's still a good game. I still think it's a bit dated. Gameplay's a bit dated. Like there's no like map. Like there's like a little radar at the bottom screen, but there's like no maps to tell you like where the gun shop is or where the paint spray is. So you have to like find those yourself. So I don't like that. That was one of the things that really put me off of the game. But I do like the city. The way the city looks is pretty good. Like the characters they're likable enough. Like your main character's a silent guy, who I've said many many times I don't really like silent characters. Just I can't connect on them, So I don't really know what kind of personality he is. Like I like the look of him. He looks like a badass, like cool character. But again, just no dialogue, which is weird because all the other characters have dialogue apart from the main character. But like the characters like Asuka and like Luigi, they're all pretty likable characters. Joey, Salvatore, I believe it is. So you got the whole like Italian like mafia kind of thing at the beginning. That's probably my favourite part of the game, like the beginning with like Luigi and all that lot. It just felt like an Italian mafia kind of thing. But yeah, like I say, I think this is like a good game. Like very challenging as well. Very, very challenging. I just feel you die out very easily in this game. And the fact again, no map, it kind of puts you off. You have to use your paper map, which I've got right here. Your paper map. I'm not gonna get it out of anything, but yeah, your paper map. You have to use that to like find your gun shops. And I ended up looking. I was like, where the hell is this like gun shop and things? I was trying to like follow like the map, and then I realized I was looking at the wrong island. So yeah, that happened. But yeah, I do like the game. It took me about 14 hours maybe. It felt like the shortest like Grand Theft Auto game I've played through. Could be the shortest Grand Theft Auto game. Probably like the PS1 game's probably shorter, but I didn't get far into that game, so I can't really comment. But yeah, one thing I did get a little bit lost in was there's like an underground tunnel, and I'm lucky that there's a mission that tells you about the underground tunnel and you go through the underground tunnel. And I just kept forgetting where the underground tunnel was though. But if that mission hadn't came up, I wouldn't have known about the underground tunnel. And if I did this other guy's mission before the tunnel mission, I wouldn't have even known how to like get across to the other island. Because basically, there's a mission you have to like get this guy to the other island, but the bridge is out because like there's the FBI there, and they'll basically like shoot you on sight. So you have to use the underground tunnel. So yeah, yeah, that happened. The hardest mission for me was the one you have to basically destroy the drug stands. I think it was Espresso to go, and I hate that mission. It's like you have to like drive to like the free islands, like destroying drug stands, and you're on a time limit, and it's just so blooming. It just takes so damn long. And in fact, you have to go to the free islands. It just takes so bloody long. And yeah, it's a real like strap for time. That took me like many attempts to beat, and it just did my head in. I hated that mission. The final mission was pretty damn hard as well, but I think the Espresso to go was the hardest one. But yeah, I've beat it, and I'm happy I've beat it. Would I play for it again? Yeah, maybe. But I do still prefer like Grand Theft Auto Vice City, San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto 5. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's the games I've recently completed. So we'll get on to a couple that I've given up. I've given up on. I'll get through these quick because this video's kind of dragging on a little bit. Watch Dogs 2. Went back to this, put another like, hour or two into the game. I don't like this game. This game's just so boring. Like cringy characters. The driving just feels very floaty. The hacking's like really boring. Stealth's not very fun. I don't like Watch Dogs 2. People are right about this game. It's boring. Like, if you like it, fair play to you. It bores me. Oh, I didn't rate it. I didn't rate Grand Theft Auto. I give it a 7. I think it's a solid 7 for me. And I'm gonna say 7 for that. I don't know if I said it or not, but I'm giving that a 7 as well. I think I might have done, but just in case I forgot. I'm not gonna rate these games that I've given up on. But yeah, Mega Man 11. I can't get on with these games. These are just too frustrating for me. Whereas Hades, I was dying over and over again, but I was still having fun with the game, and I felt like I was making progress. Just felt like I was not making no progress with this game. This game's just frustrating. Like I like the music, like I like the way the game looks. It's just annoys me. Like, a very annoying game. I'm sorry, Mega Man's just not for me. I'm not hardcore enough. It's really bloody dark in here, isn't it? I need to get this done. Need for Speed Underground 2. I decided to give this one another shot. Got a couple hours into the game, and again, just the same reason why I gave up on it in like the first place. It just feels very repetitive, just like race after race after race. There's like no story to it really. In fact, you have to like upgrade the look of your car just to like progress to other events. Annoys me as well because you have to like, spend your money on that and spend your money on upgrades as well. But do you spend your money on upgrades for your car? Or do you like spend it on the visuals just so you can like progress on the main campaign? It just feels very grindy in that way. I don't like that. So yeah, I know this has got like it's got a big fan base, Underground 2. I don't like it. I'm gonna probably get rid of it. I think I can't see myself getting into that. But yeah, that's it, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Let me know what you think of any of these games. Let me know what you've been playing recently. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. And yeah, I'll catch you all later. Hope this video's not been too long or too dark. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed. So it looks really dark in the mirror, but I should know by now not to judge it by the mirror because the mirror's weird. Anyway, guys, because it looks different in the mirror than what it actually does on the camera. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you all later.